Hi guys, it's Sprusse here, and today I'm going to be talking about how I made my currency so that you guys can do it too. Please stay tuned for the whole video, and I'm going to be doing something at the end. I play hardcore, so in this video I'm probably going to be talking about the prices in hardcore. So the first thing I want to talk about, and the most simple, is to farm Elder and Shaper influence maps. Farming Elder and Shaper influence maps means there's more minions, more mobs in the maps, so it means more loot, more EXP, and a potential dropping Shaper or Elder bases. Next thing I want to talk about is use your Sextants on your maps. It costs some currency, but the amount of drops you get for it is well worth the amount it costs. Saves you more time, gets more EXP, and more potential drops. Um, so you want to be picking up good bases and uniques. So a good base, for example, would be an Elder leather belt that's at least item level 75. One of these would probably get you around 90 to 100 chaos. Scepters, you want at least eye level 80. Uh, so you you can get tier 1% physical damage as extra of a certain element. Um, okay, and then there are Elder helmets, which is really good right now for Righteous Fire because you get a suffix which gives burning damage gem, essentially making Righteous Fire a 4, 5, or 6 link depending on what you have on your helmet. For me, it's a 6 link right now. And you want at least a item level 82 for it to be at least 10 chaos. I believe item level 75 is still worth like 2 or 3 chaos at this point of the league. Um, so other than bases, there's uniques you want to pick up. Uh, Obviously, you want to be looking for uniques. And what you really don't want to pick up is probably a lot of like rare items. A lot of rare items. I'm talking about rare items that take up a lot of space. Like rare items such as body armor, two-handed weapons. For example, a Vaal axe would take up 8 slots. 8 slots. When a jewel or ring or amulet will only take up 1. So if you think about it, you have a lot more room if you just don't pick up a Vaal axe, and you could pick up enough items to fill up the Vaal axe. So you could actually pick up 8 rings instead of a Vaal axe. So it's just using your inventory efficiently when you're farming. So you want to choose wisely on what you want to pick up. Obviously, there are some uniques that will net you a few chaos, like I believe brightbeak with with a terrible row, or any brightbeak was worth at least 5 chaos. But if you look over here, uh, my brightbeak has high fire res and almost perfect lightning res, which means this will be worth a little bit more than 5 chaos. You probably sell this for like 9 or 10 chaos. Same with my goat rim. It has a perfect elemental to elemental resistances to all, which means that it's gonna be worth more than 5 chaos. Mine. This could be worth like 10 to 12 chaos. Tabula rasa is always just gonna be a tabula rasa. You're always gonna sell that for about 8, 9 chaos. If not, you could also sell it and get a divine orb. And obviously, you can see the difference here is like the shield itself, which is probably worth 1 chaos. This could be worth like 5 to 10 chaos, as it has perfect life and perfect fire res. So the next thing I want to talk about is farming divination cards, which essentially you run maps to farm a certain divination card. For example, um, the Doctor, which spawns in burial chambers, or the cards that gives you a Comb's Heart on Volcano and caldera. You run Scriptorium for the Offering, which gives Sharon's wrappings. And you can run Atoll for the Wind card, which gives the Wind Ripper. All these are worth quite a bit of currency, and these maps are relatively easy to do, other than Caldera, which is a tier 13 map. Uh, then there's prophecy farming. Prophecy farming, basically, you want to seek prophecy and get a certain prophecy. Some could be like the King's Path, which makes a comb sign into a comb's way, and those are worth over 200 chaos in hardcore at the moment. Uh, you could also get Trash the Treasures, which essentially makes a 6 link. Um, you get Jeweler's Touch, which makes the 5 link, and so on and so on. And all these are worth a lot of chaos. Also, for the Uberlap runners, they would always want twice enchanted. You can also sell these for about 4 to 5 chaos. So there's a bunch of prophecies out there that you can sell for several chaos and people will buy. You just have to search them up and know which one is good or not. And the next thing I want to talk about is setting up a currency market. So basically, what this is you put in your currency that you want to trade, and then you basically type in what you want to trade for. So, like in this case, I'm trying to trade 15 chaos for 10 Chayula splinters. And here I'm trying to trade 20 chaos for 54 chisels. So basically, setting this up will give you better deals overall when you just want to go and buy it. Although it's not as immediate, it's really good if you have a decent amount of currency that you don't need to buy it immediately. Uh, Next thing I want to talk about, which actually earned me a lot of my currency, is farming Shaper Guardians. So, farming Shaper Guardians, they first of all they give you a bunch of fragments. Fragments are really good. Uh, I'm selling fragments of Chimera for 6 chaos, Minotaurs for 7, and Phoenixes for 15. And these maps are probably worth half the cost, with the exception of Phoenix being worth like the Phoenix maps being worth about like 6 to 7 chaos more than the fragment itself. Um, all these type of guardians have special drops as well. Phoenix has Eye of the Innocent, which is worth about 30 chaos for any roll basically, unless it's the highest roll. Minotaur drops the Brass Dome, which is worth quite over 100 C at the moment. And Chimeras drop the Scourge, which is a claw that necromancers use. It's worth about it ranges around 50 to 80 chaos depending on the rows. And then there's also when you're farming these maps, they also drop shaper bases that are eye level 85. So this amulet I got is item level 85, and one of these is probably worth 200 to 300 chaos. And this is only if you kill the guardian though. So um, guardian, I think shaper guardian farming is really efficient. It's really good. There's also bases that it drops. So steel rings drop from phoenixes. So if it's an eye level 84, 85, it's worth about 20 chaos. Opal rings drop from chimera, which is worth around also like around 20 to 25 chaos. And one really big thing that I've been doing is when I use my Sextants and I get an Abyss, then it's a really good way of making money because Hypnotic Eye Jewels that are eye level 83, which is a T16 map, usually sells for about 10 chaos. Ghastly usually sells about 10 chaos, but searching, because a lot of people are running Kinetic Blast barrage setup. So this jewel is really popular for getting wands, wand lightning damage or flat lightning damage to attacks, which makes this jewel worth a lot more, this base jewel. So I've been selling a lot of item level 83 for 20 chaos each. And you could, if you get a sextant on it and run map 3 times, you get 3 potential chances for a searching jewel. And if you get the Abyss Trove, it has the potential to drop 2, but it's guaranteed to drop at least 1. The only problem is if you get Abyssal Depths, but Abyssal Depths means you can get one of the Abyss items, which has potential to be worth a lot as well. And one of the last things I want to talk about is Chayula farming. So basically, Chayula farming, the only thing you need is some damage, physical mitigation, and chaos mitigation, and you need some wealth, obviously, because the splinters cost a lot. But the splinters to make a breachstone does not cost as much as the blessing of Chayula, and to get a breachstone is actually worth less than half of a blessing of Chayula at the moment. And there's a 50% chance of Chayula to drop, a blessing of Chayula to drop. Not only that, it also has the potential to drop a Chayula item, which has ranges between 15 to 120 chaos. And then as you're farming the mobs as well, they can also drop a lot of maps. Like since this is a T13 map, a Chayula map, it could drop between like anything below, I mean T14s all the way down to whatever tier. Like anything below that as well. And not only that, it also gives a bunch of experience, since a Chayula zone gives 200% increased experience and a bunch of mobs to kill on the way there. So right now, when I'm farming T16 maps, I'm getting about 10 to 12 million experience per hour. Chayula, I get about 27 to 30 million per hour. So obviously that's a huge difference, but it costs a lot. And since we're reaching near the end of the video, I'm going to do something special. I'm going to be volleying a Belly of the Beast. Alright. Basically nothing happened. So if you guys like this video, please comment, like, sub, and thank you guys for watching.